wakey.
Welcome back to I'll Make a Stay Out of You, the podcast where we change the intro every week to talk about how we're going to listen to Stray Kids and watch Stray Kids, and Tom's going to enjoy Stray Kids. Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Hey.
How's you doing good?
yeah, I'm doing great. This intro.
Was it my best one yet?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh man, we just so last episode I had explicitly said that we would be finishing the 9th season 2, which was a lie. This episode was actually watching all of the content for I Am Who and unboxing our copies of I Am Who, so it's more exciting.
Yeah, and we're gonna do that right now.
Oh, are we? Shit! All right, let's do it.
No, I mean we should probably talk about like.
Oh, you're right. It's a good point.
I'm gonna pull it out of the.
So there were a lot of different songs, and it was a different feel. I felt like it was a much different feel from I Am Not. I felt like in I Am Not it was like very dark and brash, and they just really tried to get in your face. And this one they kind of like thought a little bit more and were more melodic, and they tried to use the members a little bit better. Instead of just kind of like applying them into like more hardcore, fast-paced songs, they were just like, let's do what feels right, So I thought that it was a good change. I really enjoyed like the changing nature of it all.
Yeah, and some of the content that we watched, they kind of talk more about like, oh, I really like how this person has improved in this way, and like we got to see more of them in this regard and whatnot. So that was good. Going beyond just like if you just listen to the album, like obviously you're gonna get a taste of that. But if you watch the what is it called? The videos that we watched? Not
intro.
The music.
It was the I Am Who intro video.
The I Am Who intro. Yeah.
Two.
If you go and watch those, you'll understand more about like how the members are feeling about their involvement and the other members' involvement in this album as it comes off of I Am Not.
I Am Not. Yeah. It's who did you think improved the most? Or stood out the most?
I don't know. That's tough because I'm always just wanting more Changbin.
Right.
So, every little drop of Changbin I can get is what I'm looking forward to. But I don't know. I'm growing on Felix. Yeah. Felix.
Yeah.
Felix has grown on me a lot. I like to see more of him now. So I guess he's my standout for this one. Marbaling.
Yeah. One of the greatest lines ever. Listening through, because we listened to basically every track, literally every track except for the intro track for the album. So we really got to hear like the whole thing this time, and I felt like what really stood out was Jongin and Sungmin. I feel like they were able to like really come in and show what they can do, because like if you think back to the Survival show, Jongin couldn't do more than like one line because his voice would be inconsistent after that.
Yeah.
Like it is a huge difference. When he sings now, it sounds powerful. Like he's doing a great job. Like that is such a huge improvement.
Yeah.
I don't know. That really kind of blew my mind. It's been a while since I've like watched all of these back to back, like all the music videos.
Right.
So that was surprising. I thought. So yeah, I agree though with that Changbin's raps are just, man, like the second he hits the screen, you just instantly, you could pause it and just be like, yeah, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to hear it. I know it's going to be awesome.
Right.
Like, Jesus Christ, he's so good. Ugh. So, that being said, which track vibed with you the best, do you think?
Oh man, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, these are tough questions.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's open our copies right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's do it. I took it out of the bubble wrap when we were talking, or when you were talking, and that's don't worry. When you go back and listen to my audio, we're gonna be like, no, let's talk about this, and then you're just gonna hear a bunch of fucking bubble wrap through my audio. So No, it's there.
It's definitely there.
It's 100% there.
I'll just cut it out. It's fine.
Yeah. Crisp cut it out on Discord, but
I see.
It is definitely on
the
Audacity.
recording.
Yeah. All right, I've got it out of the plastic wrap now. There's this there's like a sleeve kind of thing.
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
it's got an obi.
An obi?
An obi.
Is that what it's called?
In Japan.
Okay.
For like Japanese albums, even with vinyl, they have these type of little like paper things that kind of wrap around the whole thing, and it's called an obi. So like when you're looking at like quality of I don't know why this is important, but if you're looking at like quality of albums, if you're getting like vinyl and stuff, then you want to get ones that have the obi with them, because that means that they're like original.
Right. I don't know.
Oh, what?
If you take it off, what I was owing was take it off, and you'll see like on the outside, the side that's visible, right? You can see how it's kind of like printed their names. On the inside is a different font.
Oh my god! It looks like handwriting. That's
but it's
adorable.
not really.
It's not really handwriting. No, it's like it's like a handwriting font. But like that's really cool. It's like, why would they even think to do it? That's
I don't know.
I love that. Wow, let's open this up here.
I am who. What color is your book?
It's yellow and black and white.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Do we have the same? One? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if there's like a different version of it.
There is. There are two versions of all these albums.
Oh well, then we got the same version, I guess.
Let's find out. Hold on, I'm gonna send it to you. Take a picture.
Okay.
So you can see.
Yeah. What you're seeing. Right.
Oh, it's so reflective. See my phone in.
Yeah. Track list. Who, M.I.A, Voices, Question, Korean, M.I.A, Korean, Mixtape number 2. Man.
Yeah, but and I know it's the exact same. They still have 2 Koreans. Jesus. Why is it the same? Yeah, but on the cover, on the front cover, it actually lists all the tracks in English, so you can even see what the Korean ones are.
Where?
Mine shows it like they're like on a vertical stripe of yellow.
Oh, on the back. Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Wait, yeah, mine's on the back. Not the
maybe
front.
we did get. Did you look at my picture yet that I sent? Yeah, maybe we do have different versions.
Are you reading it? Like manga?
No.
Okay. Where's your picture?
It's in the general chat for our Discord.
For this one? No, it's not.
Yeah, what? I sent it. Hold on, general chat. Whoa, why isn't it there? What the fuck? Oh my god, I didn't hit send.
Oh, whoa, no, mine is way different.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, mine is like, wait, is yours shiny?
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mine is super shiny. But hold on, where's my phone? Where is my? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Trade pictures here.
Yeah.
Don't worry. And anybody listening, I'm going to post all these pictures. Like when I say like this episode's out now, I'll post them all in replies below on Twitter. So if you're interested in what our copies look like or what photo cards we got or what they look like, I'll post them all there. I always do.
Are you going to post the pictures that I'm taking? Because like I'm naked.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm not actually naked, but that's
just
funny.
A little extra for the listener.
Yeah.
That's just for Ben.
yeah. Okay, I'm going to send the front. Ooh. And I'm going to send the back.
Whoa. Yeah, it is different. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah. I mean, you can see on the front of mine, it's got the...
my hand looks weird in that first picture. Like on my phone, you see?
Oh, yeah.
It looks like...
though it's distorted because of the because of the reflection.
Anyway, okay.
Let's open this, crack this bitch.
I'm looking at who, M.I.A. So obviously, I think the 2 standout ones for me are M.I.A. and Awkward Silence.
Oh man, Awkward Silence is too good.
Yeah, it's good. Insomnia is really good too. Yeah. I'm gonna get my cards out.
Yeah, let's just get straight to it. Why not?
Okay. Oh, they're kind of stuck together.
Oh! There's a poster in here.
Wait, what the heck is this thing? Wait, a poster?
A poster? Yeah, I got a poster in here.
Hold on. Do I have a poster?
I don't know.
Where is it? Oh snap! I have a poster.
All right.
Wait, it's kind of like what you would expect to find in a jewel case, you know, like on the other side of the poster.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Is it like lyrics and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah! Wow, that's so cool.
All right, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this.
Tom.
Huh?
Who's on your poster?
Han. Why did
I
you
got
get
Changbin?
You motherfucker! You son of a bitch!
I didn't know. Oh, that's great. I didn't even realize that I hadn't really put it together until like when I was looking at it, and I look in the top right, and I was like, this just says one person's name. This isn't. Oh my god! They added this.
I got Han, which I'm not upset about, but I'm a little upset about. I got this.
The
like
QR code thing.
Yeah, it's like a clear card with like a drawing on it, and it's got a QR code. I wonder what the QR code will do.
Oh, it does invalid URL for me.
Nice. Okay. All right.
So.
All right. I've got two cards.
I have 2 cards as well.
You know what I'll do? I'll just take a picture of all of this in one big shot.
Okay.
Okay. Let me move my mic out of the way. And my keyboard for that matter. Oh, Jesus.
Don't hurt yourself.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I wish it were brighter in here.
Get some more lights. Yeah. Right now.
Oh, I should. Actually, wait.
Do you have more lights?
Wait. Hold on.
That was a joke.
Alexa, set the office light to 100%.
Office light isn't responding.
Oh. Okay. Wait, can you hear that?
Yes. Oh, that's great.
All right.
Office light isn't responding.
Here's my poster, and here's my cards.
I'm waiting.
I'm sending it now. Jeez, calm down.
I'm waiting. Oh, he looks so.
Did you see the cards?
Yeah.
Are you taking pictures of yours?
I'm looking at yours right now.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna see. So you got Jong-in and you got Minho. Great. That's cool.
Yeah, both members with new names.
Yeah. True. Can I get here? This is a perfect picture.
So one thing that I was thinking about while we were watching this stuff, right, is that like now that they're kind of, getting into their own element and like they're all starting to, not that they were ever individually, what's the right way of saying this? Like, I guess I'll just say the question that I have is, what role does Bangchan now play as the leader, since they're all kind of like in it now, you know?
Well, he's kind of an all-rounder, but he also produces and writes all their songs and music. So, they will work with a recording director, but he also does directing, and so any song that they make, like, he has a credit on writing and recording.
Right.
So like a huge part of what they do, he does. And then he kind of fills in the gaps. But I don't know, sometimes he like takes the lead in vocals. He leaves a lot of rap to Changbin and Han, Jisung, but like I don't know. I just feel like he has this like way of like wherever the vocals are not, he will be, and that's his like job, is to like make sure that everyone's doing the best thing they can do, and he'll just fill in whatever's left. And he excels at it. I mean, he does well, but yeah, it is a little different. Let's see here. Sending this one. Oh, I should rotate that. So I'll send that one first.
Both of these cards also have QR codes on the back.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Flipping. Oh my God.
But it says audio available until the next album.
Yeah, this is the same thing that we had with I Am Not. The QR codes are not going to work.
Yeah.
And I don't the like art card with the QR code on it. I'm not sure who that's supposed to be, but
you know what QR codes will work though?
What?
The latest album, which we have ordered, and we'll get to.
Oh, that's true.
Day.
Yeah, that's true. Unless another album comes out before we get to.
Oh my God! If that happens,
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be mad, but also, damn, I hope not.
Yeah.
I want one of these damn QR codes to work.
Eventually, it's gonna happen. We'll get there.
And this is just me like thinking about stuff because I notice things. If you look at the QR codes, like hold your two cards up next to each other, and you look at the QR codes, and you can see how similar they are, which means that I'm thinking like all of that stuff that's
almost exactly the same.
They're almost exactly the same, except a few differences, which you can see in like the difference on the QR code.
Most of the differences that I see, and we'll see if it's the same for you, are like, you know where the two squares are on the left?
Yeah.
The two major squares?
In between those.
Between those is like where all the activity is of the changes.
Yeah. There's a little bit of change in between the top left and right.
Yeah.
But most of it, like you said, is in between the top left and the bottom left.
Yeah. Well, I sent over... oh, wait, I haven't actually sent this one. I sent my my poster and my cards. My cards, I got Han and Felix. Yay! I'm starting to build the whole crew. Jeanette will be disappointed that we didn't get a Minho card and you did. So
Well, that's okay. We can trade if you would like.
At some point, I don't know. I'll talk to her about it if it's something she's into. We have a card, a photo card of him. So look, it's not like we're missing out. But yeah, great. Nice pulls, nice posters. I didn't even know it came with a poster.
Yeah.
And I'm excited because the new album that just came out, my copy of the collector's version or the limited version, that is just shipped. And it will be here on the 11th, so I won't forget.
Nice. Well, that's perfect.
Be good. Yeah, it's going to be really great. It's good. All right, slap that bitch back in the book. Kind of flipping through it now. I will say, for me, talking more about what stood out to me as far as like what songs are awesome. I love My Pace. My Pace is so good, and one of the things I love about it is that it doesn't have a consistent pace.
Right.
It's literally called My Pace. It's all about going to your own pace rather than focusing on what other people are doing around you and comparing yourself to them. And then the actual pace of the song changes throughout.
Yeah.
So from silly to serious. But the other one that just gets stuck in my head all the time, and when we were listening to it, I was just getting like chills all over because the vocal team was doing so much power, is Voices. Voices is such a good song. I couldn't believe really like listening to it again, and then just like, a lot of times like I'll just be putting it on. I'll put on like Stray Kids songs like just while I'm doing stuff, working, whatever. I'm listening to it in the background, but actually sitting and being like, I'm just going to let the song wash over me. It was just waves of chills. It was so good. That song rules.
Yeah.
And M.I.A was good too. I thought it was called M.I.A, but it does make sense because they literally have a lyric that's like M.I.A, M.I.A. And then somebody in the intro video talked about that song and called it M.I.A, and I was like, oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah. One of the things that that came up in that intro video, speaking of which, we may have to analyze and then come back to on the next episode, is that Bangchan said in the intro for I Am Who that there was a spoiler for it.
Yeah.
In the first episode of the 9th season 1.
Right.
And the thing is,
which we watched.
Here's the thing, right? So when we were watching it, when you and I were watching it together, I had watched that first episode before, but when you and I were watching it together, I heard what I thought was a spoiler for a future song.
Okay.
And texted it to Jeanette at that time. I was like, oh my God, I think they just did a spoiler. I think there's a spoiler right here for a future song. But I don't remember if it was for like My Pace or Voices or something like that. Like I don't remember what it was for. But like, okay, here's the thing. And you may have heard me say this when we were watching. Hi, cat. My cat just jumped on my desk. Hi, cat. Bye, cat. You may have heard me say this like while we were watching. But like, there's a point where Bangchan says like, "Oh, you know, I don't really like to give spoilers." So, you know. Yeah. And I just went,
liar. Yeah.
And the thing is that like every time there's been like a new album or a new song that came out or whatever, like there was literally like some spoiler. He's given like spoilers. There was a song that came out. And then somebody went back, some like ninja of Stayville went back and found like a year and a half ago that they teased it on some random video and like played like the first like 15 seconds of a song. And then it was just never heard from again. And it was just like, what the? They are writing songs at such a rapid pace that like some of these songs, I mean, like they talked about like Voices was too good to leave off the album. But there's some potential that there's another Voices out there that just like is sitting in a folder because they were just like, it doesn't really fit with our concept this time.
Right.
Like it's insane how many songs that they're writing constantly. And I'm excited to get to see more of them with you. And we're going to be getting to a lot of them a lot faster. Let me see what we got. Awkward Silence, I will agree with you. Awkward Silence is excellent. That's one of the early songs that I heard by Stray Kids. And I think, and let me just Google this real quick. I just want to make sure that I'm right about a little factoid before I give it out.
Go on.
Never mind. All right. I was wrong. I thought that it was a song that was used for something else, that My Pace was used in something else, but that was a different song. So we'll get there. Yeah. Anyway, it was Awkward Silence is really funny. In a lot of like, if you watch anime, which you do, like they often use like crows, going like aho aho to like fly over a scene when somebody does something really stupid or awkward. And aho means like stupid in Japanese, and so they literally fly overhead and go aho aho, like, yeah. And so in the choreography of the video, this is not Japanese obviously, but like, you know, they're making the little you know, crow mouths with their hands and making it go like caw, you know.
Yeah.
It's really good. Awkward Silence is excellent, and I think that it really shows Felix's comedy more than anything else. I mean, I'll never forget Marbling, and like they're like in the choreography in that scene in the music video, like the other members are like all like standing in a line and then doing like a wave with their bodies to make it like water, and then there's two members on the sides that are like fishing, and so he keeps popping up like he's a fish to like just killing all of these lines. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yep. Felix is really coming into his own. we've talked a bit about the awkward Hyunjin and how I felt like he grows up a lot, and I definitely am starting to like see it now.
Right.
As of I Am Who, he's starting to just kind of like feel his own style, and like even Changbin talked about like with his rapping before, he would just look to Changbin to coach him and like show him how to do it, and now he's like finding his own style, and instead approaching Changbin with like, I think it could work this way or this way, what do you think, instead of just asking to be told what to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like you can definitely tell that they're improving. And he looks and acts more like Hyunjin now with that smoldering look during the choreography for My Pace.
Right.
Really good. Yeah. Were there any other things? Oh, we also watched the comeback stage, the live comeback stage, because the second episode of the intro, so the first episode was all about just like talking about the meaning of the music and the songs and stuff, and the second episode was all about them practicing the choreography for My Pace, which is the title track of the album, and the title track is what they performed when they did their comeback stage, which is just like a live. So I'm in like the midst of this right now because comeback is happening right now, and so there's like several different like music shows on TV in Korea that like you go to, and they all have like different grading scales to like make determinations like how many streams did you get, how many views did you get on YouTube, how many votes did you get in our custom K-pop app, how many digital sales did you get, how many physical sales did you get, and they're all weighted differently, and then you have a point total, and all of the different groups that have come back at the same time all are graded on the same thing, and whoever gets the highest points wins an award for that comeback. So this is the first comeback stage for on M Countdown. M Countdown is the actual show name.
Yeah.
And I seem to remember that when we watched the District 9 one, you were like, not that District 9 was a bad song or the music video, but you were not very impressed with how it was put together or how it sounded or whatever. What did you think of this stage?
For which song?
For My Pace.
For My Pace? Yeah, I liked it. And I liked when they were talking about it, and like, you know, Bang Chan's all excited about it.
Oh yeah.
And he's like,
he was excited.
He's like, our colleagues are going to be impressed.
Yeah.
I get that, like, understanding that it's like there's some grading happening, like, makes a little bit more sense, where he's like, yeah, we're going to blow them away. They're going to they're going to be so impressed.
Yep. Yeah, and there are some shows that don't just go off of like fan votes and purchases and stuff. They have that as like part of it, but then the other part is like they have like industry people, whether it's people from other groups or producers or choreographers or stuff, and they will be judges, and their say will matter in the scores as well.
Right.
So, you know, there are some that are harder to complete than others. And at this point, Stray Kids has where we are, they have not won a single one of these competitions. They've only had two. They've only had two comebacks, like they did the debut. They won several awards for being Rookie of the Year in their first year, but none of these. So My Pace, I feel like that stage they killed it. I thought it was really good, although like, you know, YouTube compression and camera changes don't really tend to work very well together.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got square faces everywhere, but in general, I thought that the actual performance, the audio was better mixed, and I feel like they did a good job with it. But yeah, they didn't win. So none of the shows. There's like 5 different music shows. They didn't win a single one of them, and same with District 9. So. And, you know, we talked about like their album sales and stuff on a previous episode, and how like shockingly low they are, considering like we heard every track on this album, and I'm like, that's a good album. I don't think there's a bad song on it. Like, they're all good. They're like, I don't know what people are thinking. not buying it and not getting into it. But maybe it's just hard to get promotions.
Maybe it's just saturation,
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's hard to stand out in that market where there's just a lot of boy groups and stuff. And I'm sure the girl groups face that same issue. They have to find like their niche and then grow from there. But
right.
And clearly they still have fans because on the live stage there were fans in the crowd who were doing the guide. They put out these guides for like on YouTube where like you can listen to their song and like it's playing in the background, and the members will show you like, as fans, here's what you cheer and when during the live show.
Mm-hmm.
So they like tell you how to do it, like how to like, okay, at this part during the chorus you say like my pace, like, and they literally have a guide so that you can learn how to do it and sing along with them. Whereas like in the US, I'm just like, you just like sing along. That's like how you contribute. You just sing the song along, or you just like cheer or whatever. Like, those are your options. There's no like, choreographed with the audience. You say this here,
Yeah, that's one thing. I don't know if that's exactly what you're talking about, but that's what kind of threw me off about when we watched the stage performance for My Pace, is because I felt like he was saying, Bangchan was saying, like, when we go, we're essentially debuting this. Like, this will be the first time anybody's ever heard it, but the whole crowd was singing along to it. So I'm like,
right?
How did they know?
What they were talking about was Unveil, which was like they basically did like a JYP showcase. It was a concert for fans, and that's where they first showed the choreography and everything. So it was just for fans. They didn't do the debut on the music shows until after that.
Okay,
as far as I can tell, but I don't know that was recorded. It was just a live show. So
yeah,
yep.
I see.
Yeah. So pretty cool. Overall, I think it's a pretty good album. I think it's more listenable maybe than I Am Not. Not that like, again, like District 9 is tight. Like I think it's a really good song, and there's other good songs on that too, but like I don't know. I just feel like if I just put on I Am Who and hit shuffle, I would enjoy myself the whole time.
Right.
And I don't. And I enjoy all the songs on I Am Not. Like, don't get me wrong, they're all good. But I just feel like there's like, it's just not as easy to listen to. My cat fucking jumped in my microphone. I'm just, what? I'm gonna kick him out of the goddamn room. All right, here we go.
Skin it and bin it. That's what I always say.
Cat.
I'm just kidding. Don't skin or bin your cat, unless that's your thing, and it can consent to it. Then you're more than welcome to skin it and bin it.
It was just the only way he could tell me. He literally like ran straight to the door and then looked back at me like, "Come on, open the door. Like, what do you think I've been doing this whole time? I'm like jumping in front of you, trying to let you know that I want to leave the office. Like, come on, let's go."
I see.
So, I feel bad. I felt bad immediately because I was just like, "You're ruining my recording experience."
I'm recording a podcast.
And he was like, "I just want to take a shit. Let me out."
Okay, well, then don't mind anything that I said while you were gone.
No. Not again. Not again.
Yeah.
Have you? Did you listen to our last episode yet?
No, I haven't. Is it bad?
Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't cut out anything from that episode. No, actually, that's not true. If I'm being 100% honest, there was like a 5-second silence, and I was like, well, I could just cut this, and I just did that. So
okay.
That was the only cut I made in the entire episode. Everything else is all in there. I left everything in. Like there was just no reason not to, because there were so many like funny moments, but I did also add some audio from the future. So yeah.
Okay. Wait.
Well,
is it that part where I said
specifically?
Yeah. Okay.
So there was no way for me to not do it. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess I have to now.
This is Phil from the future, and this is.
I literally said that. That's literally what I said.
Great.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I listened to the whole thing. I was listening to it, and I was just like drinking my coffee or whatever. Like, I gave the kids their yogurt this morning. I put on Paw Patrol. I got my coffee, and then I just like put on the podcast with my AirPods.
Yeah.
While the kids were like watching and chilling. Like they always chill for a little bit in the morning, not because that's what they need, but that's what I need. Like I just have to have some coffee.
Right.
Let Papa have his coffee, and then we'll play. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a hell of a night last night because Michelle was up just I feel like we recorded the last episode and I was like, Michelle slept all night and it was great, but we'll see. And oh my God, she was up like almost all night. Like normally we do this thing because like parents don't sleep. So we do this thing where Jeanette and I on the weekends like
alternate.
One of us will sleep in. Yeah, we've talked about it.
Yeah.
One of us will sleep in, and the other one will take a nap later in the day, right? And then we switch on Sunday. And normally Jeanette sleeps in on Saturday. I have a nap, and then I sleep in on Sunday. But this morning, like Jeanette had hardly had any sleep by the time that the kids were actually awake, and she was just like, "Can we switch?" I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. I know. Yeah. So, but it worked out. Like, the kids were happy and I made coffee. And so I got to drink my coffee, but I listened to the whole episode. I'm not like, I always listen to it, right? I listen to it while I'm editing it most of the time. Although I will say I have played fast and loose with the editing. I've gotten it to a point where I'm like, okay, well, I know that I can trust the different effects and stuff. Like I know I can trust all the basic workflow that I do. So as long as I check the couple of places where I make cuts for like the intro and outro, then I just kind of let it roll. And so sometimes I'll just not listen to anything in the middle unless there's something specific that happened.
Yeah.
Just saves a little time. And I'm gonna leave it in anyway. So
right.
No reason not, and I listened to it. So
there was only one episode where it was actually an issue, where the audio got a little desynced, but you were able to fix it. And anybody listening now will have no idea that happened unless you heard the original release of that episode. I don't even know what episode it was, so
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I hope I did fix it. I'm pretty sure I did.
I think you did. Yeah.
Well, Ben will tell us. He's listening to everything.
Right.
He's our number one fan now.
He told me that he got somebody else to listen to it actually.
What? Are
recently.
You serious?
Yeah, he was telling somebody about, I don't know if he was telling them about the podcast itself, but I don't know, they got on a conversation about K-pop, and that person was like, I don't even know anything about K-pop, and so he was like, oh, well, listen to this podcast because that's kind of the idea of it. So
yeah, we don't know anything about K-pop either. I mean, literally your wife made a K-pop reference earlier and I was just like, I don't understand. I don't know what you're saying. So, oh well, yeah, it's fine. And it's nice, actually. It's nice to know that because I feel like the most effort I've put into an episode was the very first episode, but for some reason it has the first episode where we talk about K-pop. That's a brief history of K-pop. Episode number 1 has 29 plays. Episode number 2, which is the survival show episode 1, has 50. And I'm like,
okay.
Hey, 50 people. Where were you on episode 1? And maybe they're just stays and they're like, yeah, I know K-pop. Don't worry about it. I don't need this. And they just move along. And that's fine. That's cool. We'll chill with that. But yeah, we are rapidly approaching 400 listens on our podcast. So that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting. One thing I will. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I talked to you about it, like a day ago, and it was lower, much lower. So Ben, if you're out there, keep telling people about our podcast, please. Please keep telling people. It's not monetized. We're not making any money off of this.
Yeah.
Yet.
One day we'll have ads from Raid Shadow Bug Spray.
Raid Shadow Bug Spray.
Yeah. It keeps you protected from bugs in the shadows.
Remember, there is a trial for Final Fantasy 14 that is unlimited and includes the award-winning Heavensward expansion, and you can play from levels 1 to 60
for free.
For free. Sorry, I forgot the meme. Anyway, what were you gonna say about the plays? The number of plays?
No, it had nothing to do with that. I was gonna say,
okay.
I was gonna say, episode 1 is my least favorite episode, and it's your fault. And
no,
yeah, and don't take this the wrong way, but I really dislike like hearing the fact that somebody is reading something. I much prefer. I want to hear it, even if I know that they're reading from something. I want them to say it in a way that flows, that makes it seem like they're just talking to me. And in that episode, you are very clearly reading from, from the script, which is fine. It was the first episode, and like you had all that information prepared specifically to read it out like that. Well,
right, because I would have gotten everything wrong if I had to. I don't know what to do. But I do have that's good. It's good feedback because there are 2 episodes that will be upcoming, not anytime soon, but upcoming in the future that are going to need to be like that, where I'm going to have to do a bunch of research and write a whole thing. Like I'm going to have to write it, and I'll just have to figure out a way to write it in my own voice instead of just going all right, let me quote this article.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm not saying you have to change because of that. I'm just saying like when I listen to things, I don't want to know that it's being read, It happens in the dollop sometimes too. And I'm like, come on, just say it. Just use your regular voice.
Just use the dollop voice.
Right.
Dollop voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the tickling podcast?
This isn't going to become a tickling podcast. No. Is it for fun?
Is it for fun?
Oh, man. Gary. I don't know if you're listening to this. Probably not. You won't be. But especially now that I've called you Gary. Gareth, listen. I quote that all the time. That is my favorite quote from the dollop. Is it for fun? Is it for fun?
It's so early. That's such an early reference.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's still in the intro, so I think I'll allow it.
I don't know if they still use it in the intro, but
I mean
they did put it in the intro, but it's particularly from that episode.
Yeah.
If you don't listen to our podcast first and foremost, obviously. But if you
let's just make podcast recommendations. Why not?
But if you're interested in American history at all, especially the fucked up stories from American history, go listen to the dollop. Even if you don't like American history, if you just want to hear funny people talk about funny things or messed up things, go listen to the dollop. It's a great podcast, and I highly recommend it. It's great. It's good.
It is. I enjoy it as well. I've listened to a lot of episodes of The Dollop, although when I had a commute and I wasn't just working from home because of a pandemic, I listened to a lot more podcasts. But these days, that's reduced a lot. Normally now I'm mostly just listening to Dungeons and Dads, which is a D&D podcast about 4 dads from our world flung into the Forgotten Realms in search of their children. And that's a really good show. So if anybody is looking for a podcast that's not us to fill in the gaps when we don't have an episode out, then that's a good one too.
Yeah.
There you go. Plug it.
Boom. There you go.
I have them on Patreon. So the next episode, for real, we are going to finish the 9th season 2.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we're going to be doing is that we will finally be revealing to Tom the first SKZ players.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. I don't want to leave it a surprise. I'm not going to leave you in suspense. An SKZ player is like a video that they make, like a song that they make, and sometimes it is a song that they'll sing, and sometimes it will be just like a dance video where like the dance team will like do a dance, or sometimes it'll be like a rap thing. It's just kind of like a video for just whatever they feel like doing. It doesn't end up on an album. Nothing like that happens, but it's just like content for fun. And we're going to be watching the first 2 of those that come out around this time period. So that's going to be super fun. Yeah, they're fun.
All right.
some of my favorite content comes from those. So yeah, it'll be good. You'll like it.
Yeah.
It makes me sad almost because like some really good songs have been put out but are not on any albums. So like you can't listen to it on Apple Music or Spotify. This is not there.
Oh.
But you can stream it on YouTube. And I do have like Google Premium, so like, it's fine. But anyway, I think that we've talked about I Am Who enough, and I can tell that, by the way, we haven't talked about I Am Who for a while. So
did we say everything we needed to say to get the point across about this?
I don't know.
I mean,
you tell me.
No, I can't, because I won't know the answer to that. The listener will. The listener who's sitting there going, I've listened to I Am Who, I've watched all the content, I'm doing what you guys are telling me to do, and why didn't you talk about this? Leave us those comments in our email or on Twitter.
Yes.
Plug those things, please, Phil. I forgot them.
At I'll Make a Stay Pod on Twitter and I'll Make a Stay Pod at gmail.com.
Yes.
Plugged in. We're plugged.
Right.
Plugged. That sound right.
And if you're still listening, thank you. We appreciate you. And
and all the other listeners from around the world. We
Brazil.
have a lot of Brazil,
Afghanistan.
Hold on. We're gonna check in the analytics. Nobody's gonna be listening from Afghanistan.
You don't know,
Brazil
maybe.
is still number 2. Hey,
Brazil number 2.
Oh, Australia's dropping off the charts.
What?
Germany is climbing.
Thank you, Germany, for climbing that ladder so that I can put heavy pressure on on the Australian listeners. Which I don't know. Maybe there are some Australian listeners out there that I don't know personally. But those of you who I do know personally, why did my voice crack there? Anyway,
I don't know.
Listen. Well, you're listening to episode 18, so you've caught up, but you need to be listening more.
You can't let Germany do this to you.
Yeah.
Don't let Germany jump you in line. You already let Brazil is like tearing off. Like they are moving way past Australia.
Yeah.
This is not. It's not even.
What?
It's not going to be. Even
what
close.
is up with that? I'm going to message the one Australian that I know of right now and be like, hey, actually, okay, I'm going to dictate this. So when you're listening to this in the future, Callie, I'm going to call your ass out. Yeah, Callie, I'm about to message you right now and be like, hey,
here we go.
I am dictating this on the podcast right now. I forgot a T. Let me fix that really quick before I send it.
Fix your typos.
What number's Australia? 4?
Number 4.
Australia is number 4 on listeners.
2 places. Unbelievable. It's being beaten
so
by
you
Brazil
need
and
to
Germany.
Start listening to the podcast again and get caught up. And you'll hear this on episode
18.
Get to it and tell your friends. Thanks, Callie. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Callie. Don't make Ben feel like he can't play Final Fantasy 14. Oh, that's gonna be man. Could you imagine if she like listens to this episode and it's been a long time and that happened a long time ago, so she won't have any reference for it. Anyway, Ben always feels like he's bad at games. It's fine.
Do you think she's gonna forget that I said all that to her?
No, she's not gonna forget that. But the whole thing that happened like right before we started recording
tonight,
with Ben, tonight, where she was talking about DPS charts in Final Fantasy 14, which mostly people have been ignoring, and then Ben was immediately like, "Oh no, I'm terrible."
Yeah.
So
well,
that's all I was.
He needs to be pressured to do better so that when we do get into raids, he doesn't suck. Because I know I won't suck. You've gone.
What happened?
Wait, what happened?
Don't worry about
it. I saw you popped over to moist cornbread there for a second.
No,
huh?
I
You did. I know you did because I looked at it.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway.
Well, thanks for coming, everybody. We appreciate you listening, and we'll see you on the next episode. It's been 50 minutes, and I am tired.
Yeah. I have duty tomorrow, so I
Oh no.
I have to be up in like 6 hours.
Oh my god!
And I'm not tired.
Oh well, play Final Fantasy 14. There's a 60-day trial. Wait, no, there's a 60-level trial. Oh no, I'm the worst spokesman in the world.
Okay, everything you just heard about Final Fantasy, scratch that. Okay, here's what you're gonna want to do. Okay, on PlayStation, on PC, however you can play Final Fantasy. I think those are the two options you have, right? That's it, right?
Yeah. Well, there's also Mac. You can get it on the Mac too.
Okay. All right. So PlayStation and PC.
You have to buy it separately. PC does not include Mac. That's all I'm saying.
That is the weirdest thing about that. Okay,
that is the weirdest thing about the game.
I will say I watched like a part of a video that Asmongold did about Final Fantasy and like why it's better than WoW and stuff like that. And one thing that I agree with 100% that he said was that the hardest part of playing Final Fantasy is buying the game, which is like so true.
So true.
It's so true. It's such a nightmare trying to figure out how to fucking buy this game or its expansion or like how you have to do it, because like I'm not going to get into that. Just know that it's a little complicated. Just do some research if you're going to buy it. But before you buy it, go try the trial. The trial, it includes the original release. Well, not the original release, but the re-release of the original game, A Realm Reborn, and the award-winning expansion, Heavensward. You can play for free all the way to level 60. There are some restrictions, but you get to experience a lot of the game. Now, if you're going to do that, now, this is the most important part. I'm going to get really close to the mic to tell you this. If you're going to do that, you need to make sure that when you go select your data center, you select Aether. And when you select your server, you select Genova. And when you do that, you may get a message that says, Genova's full. You can't make a character. So don't make a character. Wait. Just wait. It'll be worth it. Because then, eventually, you'll be able to make a character on Genova, which is where we play, and you can play with us.
They rotate which servers allow for character creation about every hour. So literally just like watch something or listen to something for 1 hour and then check back. And, you may see that you can make a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're plugging Final Fantasy more than our own podcast. So I don't know. Listen to Stray Kids. You know what? Listen to Stray Kids. Get yourself a copy of I Am Who. Show them some love. Watch the music videos. My Pace is so good. Awkward Silence is hilarious. Just enjoy Stray Kids. How about that?
Enjoy Stray Kids. Enjoy this podcast. And you know what's really going to be like a real kick in the dick is when, or if this happens, if Endwalker comes out and it's terrible. And
that's just not gonna happen.
Well,
and we abandon the game.
Yeah, we abandon the game.
That's not
and then people were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna start playing Final Fantasy." And then they get on here, and then like a couple episodes later, then we're like, "Yeah, we quit Final Fantasy."
That's not gonna happen. It's like Jeanette and I have been like, when you were super hardcore into WoW and raiding all the time after I'd quit. Jeanette and I had like multiple conversations where we were just like, man, you know what I really want to play is Final Fantasy 14, but nobody will play it with us, and so we'll just be by ourselves. So I don't know, but then eventually, like that's literally how we started. Was we decided, let's just do it. We enjoyed playing the story together. The kids are sleeping better. Let's just do it. We'll just play at night and it'll be great. And then suddenly everybody started playing again, and it's been super fun, and everybody's having a good time. I love it.
Yeah, I just unlocked every class.
Whoa, they're called jobs.
Whatever. I just finished, not just now, but earlier. I finished unlocking every job except for Blue Mage. So now I've got them all. I've got all of the little gear set buttons on my action bar now. I need to organize them a little bit. And then so now I can start if I'm just like, well, you know what, I'm gonna play Scholar, and then I can just click that, and then I can be like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna play Astrologian, and then I just click that. Or I'll be like, I want to play Dancer, and then I click that.
The Dancer quest was pretty fun. I enjoyed that, although it was kind of difficult. I thought, like I don't know if you've actually gone and done the quest beyond just unlocking it.
No, I haven't.
That you have to go to this place and then fight another dancer. And it's like, there's like a lot of mechanics. Like, it's not hard, but I was just like, I don't know what buttons do.
Are they breakdance fighting?
This at me? that we were breakdance fighting, and then I broke the fighting dance.
Oh.
Anyway, thanks for listening, and we will see you again on the next episode. And we're gonna play the music and say bye. Okay, bye everybody. Bye 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 bye
bye. Remember the Aether server, Genova.
Aether server.
Aether data center servers, Genova. Final Fantasy 14. Genova.
Bye.
Genova. Aether data center. Aether data center.
I'm gonna have to use the long version of our ending now.
Aether.